stretching. I really want to look at, right. There's it's a very interesting story. Um, it's a very interesting story, and also I have another channel called Ocean Rising. So if people see Ocean Rising coming in the comments or the Dark Waters of Ocean Yemi Media, that's me. So I see Ice, what's his name? Ice Speed is doing his thing. He was Ice Speed was at some he was in a square somewhere. I think it's Senegal or somewhere, and a gungun come out. It was spinning, and it's like I think so. He didn't understand what it was. I don't know who his promoters are, but they need to explain him some stuff as well before he goes and does something or disrespects something, and he doesn't know. You know what I mean? As for that, he's really breaking down a lot of myths about a lot of stuff because I myself was having problems with the division thing as well, and I feel him going to Africa, particularly, is quite inspirational. In fact, it's very interesting to watch because I've seen others go to Africa, and it's good when you see one of the streamers reaching it. Even though Kai Cenat did go to Africa as well, um, I find it really interesting, and especially when you've been around the people, especially in the diaspora. Now there was talk about the UK peoples don't like this or don't like that. I think some people is not like that. So it's really quite interesting. Even with South Americans, different peoples, I find the history of the people very interesting. There's very deep history, and it always have a link. Now, my friend who is from Suriname, like there is a link somewhere somehow, like you always linked in some form of fashion. Obviously not everybody thinks like that, but you can't you can't force people to think a certain way. I believe that how people went through a lot to change most things, even though people are trying to change things back the other way the other way um more like not from the progression, even though in some parts there was no progression. So sometimes when you see somebody who is young, I mean ice speed, is it ice speed or speed? I can't remember. Ice speed. You are kind of inspired by these young people. I also found out, I also heard about the Black Panthers things going on where Huey P. Newton's niece, I think it is saying that how he's saying that how the Black Panthers should stand up for against ICE. Um, from what I know, the Black Panthers and what they stand for, like them or hate them, it is a good thing. Sometimes I feel that people take on certain things. Um, in war, you have to move accordingly. Um, I feel America is in civil war within itself. Um, the civil war is very, very quite telling. The ICE agents are also allegedly coming over here. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like we got to put up with that too. So it is kind of like people getting taken off the roads and all this stuff. What I also realized with ICE, they're taking the citizens as well. There's a lot of people that's coming out and talking about what happens when they got taken by ICE. I think It is. Sorry, I always talk very slow because I'm thinking at the same time. Now I'm thinking, my mind be going 10 miles per hour, and I have to slow down my mind and then talk. So I feel that how it is. Like I said, like I said, I did refer to the movie Civil War that's on Prime, and that's what it's looking like in the Americas right now. I don't know if it's all parts of the Americas. I would love to know if it's all parts of the Americas, certain parts, because I know they went to New Orleans and then something happened. They were in Massachusetts. I think it is Massachusetts. I think that's where that lady got unalived. And to me, it is starting to look like a movie. It's like something out of a movie. It's mind you. I want. It is a conversation to be had. You know, I don't know who it's affecting. I feel like some things are normal in some parts and other parts is not. And there's big protests. There was a young man that got dragged by one of the ICE, um, I call them enforcers, and they dragged him. I think they nearly shot him in his eye, and he got dragged by his hoodie. When you're watching it, it actually looks as though he couldn't breathe. He had to hold the bottom of the hoodie down to keep him from, you know, being unalived. So as much as there is stuff going on the internet, the usual, the jazzy and all that, but there's stuff going on beyond it, and it is a scary time to be around. But um, you know, some of the people's trying to make changes. Now, I am going to post up what Huey P. Newton's niece did say. I know some people might be in agreement with her, some people might not. But what I know of the Black Panther Party, they are, they are, well, what I think I know, I don't know, I could be wrong. That they are they're revolutionary, and they make actions to against injustices and certain stuff, and they know the law, and and they they will stand up for people, um, whether it's Somalian, whatever. Yes, there was a bit of argument about the Somali argument. I didn't join in all that, but um, we know being around when certain things happened, that sometimes people stand up, and sometimes you can disagree with them. You can say, "Oh, well, they should do A, B, C, D," but but it is getting kind of crazy out in the Americas. So some people are standing up. Maybe some people are just doing it for front, to put on a front, to be acknowledged, and some people are not. So, um, yeah, there is a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot going on. Like I said, if I followed every little thing, every little sniff, I'll be on here every single day talking, because there is a lot of stuff going on. Um, but I am gonna post up what Huey P. Newton's niece, what's it, niece, granddaughter, somebody said. Um, I'm actually gonna leave the comments open. If I see any disrespectful comments, yes, I'm gonna remove. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's a strange time right now. Even over here, there's certain things going on, and you're just amazed. But anyways, I'm not gonna stay on here. I just thought I'd throw little bits here and there. I don't like to stay on the live long unless I've got a screen in front of me and stuff going on. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Oh yeah, be safe out there, especially in the Americas. Any part of the Americas where you are, be safe. Whether you're Haitian, whether you are, whether you are South American, whatever. I mean, everybody should be safe in it. So just be safe out there, okay? Just be safe in general. Okay. With that said, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.